What's happening?
We're buying 1,500 bottles of Coca-Cola, which are way over there.
Let's get some Snickers too. We need Snickers. Snickers. We want
Give
Snickers.
us 1,500 bottles of Coca-Cola and 1 Snickers.
So guys, it's been 2 years and Mamix has spent a lot of days contemplating, to be more precise about 720 days, and I'm ready to present a new experiment to you, 100,000 liters of Coca-Cola. Of course, it's a joke. Yes, it's very funny. But nevertheless, 2 years have passed and I've thought it over thoroughly and decided to conduct this experiment of 10,000 liters of Coca-Cola. And because I really want this experiment to succeed this year, I am going to start with 1,000 liters of Coca-Cola. And only if this experiment works, we'll move on to, indeed, 10,000 liters of Coca-Cola. We have a barrel with a capacity of 1,000 liters, and we're going to pour 800 liters of Coca-Cola into it.
What? What do you mean, Max? 800? We were supposed to film 1,000.
You're deceiving your subscribers, actually. Well, forget the subscribers. Why us?
Well, guys, we really only have 800 liters of Coca-Cola, despite the fact that the barrel we'll be pouring it into has a capacity of 1,000 liters. So what does this mean? Did Mamix deceive everyone? No, guys. In reality, the rest of the volume will be filled with vinegar. There's about 200 liters of it here, and approximately 50 kilograms of baking soda. But since we're still making 1,000 liters of Coca-Cola, the barrel should look like it actually contains Coca-Cola. There it is. So it needs to be decorated. The next step is to pour the soda into the barrel before we pour in the Coca-Cola. Well, to prevent the soda from reacting immediately with the Coca-Cola, we'll need polyethylene. To at least give you an idea of what we're doing, let me explain the approximate plan of action. We need to pour soda into our polyethylene. So then we wrap it up so that it doesn't open up when it's in a passive state. But then when we pull the rope from the top, well, it'll open like this. And then out will come the soda. So this should create a reaction. Well, in theory at least. Okay, now it is time for us to put the soda in here. Let's go, guys! Carefully. All right, turn it over so that the knot is closed. Come on, a little more. All right, like that. A bit from the bottom. Do you see?
Let's do it.
Does this count as child mannequin exploitation? Oh, does this count as child, yeah. Well, what do you think, Volvin?
All wet.
Hot.
Say hi to your mom.
Hello.
I'm your daddy.
Well, and so, finally, the time has come for us to pour Coca-Cola. But we need to do this very carefully so it doesn't foam up. And that is why we are going to use a water pipe. Oh.
As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, besides Coca-Cola, we'll also be using vinegar. This is because many bottles have been heated a lot in the sun, and when we open them, a lot of gas and foam come out, which means that Coca-Cola reacts worse. We don't want that. So we decided to add vinegar as an additional reactant, which of course always reacts with soda. And now it's time to pour the vinegar, and we're going to pour it in several layers. That is, first cola, and then vinegar, and then cola, and then vinegar again, and then cola. So that it all mixes much better and reacts much better later.
I want you all to myself. Don't wanna share you with nobody else. So give me something to...
That's it.
From below, there's air under it. Ah, right, there's air underneath.
That's all simply under it. It was cut off for no reason at all.
Unfortunately, a lot of air got into the polyethylene with the soda and it floated. So accordingly, the soda started pouring out prematurely. Well, guys, once again, we're in a mess. The experiment isn't working, but if we don't do it, then there's no point in uploading this video. None. Therefore, we'll have to make a second attempt. Without losing hope, we decided to clean everything up and postpone the shoot for another day. The day when they'll deliver another batch of cola. Alright, so as soon as they delivered the Coca-Cola to us, we got back to work and did the same thing all over again. Only this time, to avoid the same mistake, we checked. Is our polyethylene accumulating air? This time, everything was fine, and the soda sank. After we, along with the guys, retrieved the soda from the pool, I found that some of it had simply gotten wet. This is, of course, very bad, but nevertheless, Coca-Cola will react the same way with wet soda. We've already tested it, and having this problem, we understood that the most logical option would be to immerse the soda at the very last moment. In short, we decided to act just like we did with the 100 liters of cola. Since we wrapped the cellophane tightly and even taped it a little, it means we'll have time to close the lid, and the experiment will work. At least I hope so. But unfortunately, with 10,000 liters of cola, we won't be able to do it the same way because 350 kilograms of soda is really heavy, and people won't be able to lift it. Because on a 10,000 liter barrel, there will at least be a hatch that we can climb into and do everything carefully in there, instead of relying on Vova, because, well, Vova is just a schoolboy, and he might mess everything up. Yeah. Right, Vova? Now we tilt the barrel and start pouring in the cola. Once again. Finally, we filled the barrel to the desired volume, and it's time to get to work. For this, we'll need a drill.
Now, guys, the final preparations are finishing, and we're about to begin.
All right. Now, Eugene and I will lift the soda. Where's the lid?
There it is. He has it.
All right, get on it. All right, lift it up. Can you bring me a knife? Quickly. You know, guys, considering that we made 1,000 liters of cola just to make a trial attempt with 10,000 liters of cola, taking into account all of the mistakes, what we achieved is actually really cool. It's not just an attempt. We've had a truly successful experiment. And that's the downside. It's a shame the pipe burst because apparently there are very few pipes of that size. But you know, this is still a pretty good result, unlike the previous time. And this means that we can make 10,000 liters of cola using a similar tactic with an additional opening. But then we'll need to use a special machine that can handle it all. Phew! Well, that's it. We're very tired.
And let's go swimming in the water.
Yeah, it's not very pleasant covered in
And
Coca-Cola.
it's cold. Come on.
What's your impression after the experiment?
I didn't like it because I didn't see the experiment itself. My eyes immediately got irritated.
You know, to be honest, I'm glad that at least this worked out. Of course, we expected a higher fountain, a longer one, but I liked everything. After such a long time, we managed to do this experiment. Of course, not as we wanted, but I think it looked...
Give me the phone.
But I think I'll watch it in the video and I'll like it for sure.
Of course, it didn't turn out as we initially wanted, but I think overall, it's all very...
Clean up the Coca-Cola after us. Don't forget to clean up the cola.
Absolutely terrible experiment. Still, guys, deep down, we were very afraid that nothing would work at all, and this is already a result, and no one has done anything like this before, so I'm going to take a shower.